What if you could build a home that wraps around its own private outdoor space, gives every single bedroom natural light from two directions, and sits on far less land than most people assume? Today, we are breaking down the 3,000 square foot living area U-shaped barndominium from every angle. You will get the actual floor plan, the real room dimensions, the best interior colors for each room, the best exterior color combinations for this design, and a full 2026 cost breakdown that tells you exactly what you should be budgeting. And yes, before this video is done, I will tell you the smallest land size this U-shaped barndominium can realistically be built on. That answer might surprise you, so stay with me until the end. If you are new here, this channel is dedicated to helping you build smarter, spend wisely, and make decisions based on real numbers. Hit that subscribe button right now and tap the notification bell so you never miss a video. And if you find this breakdown helpful, please drop a like because it helps more people find this content. Why the U-shaped barndominium is winning in 2026. The U-shaped barndominium is not just a pretty layout on paper. It is one of the most functional configurations available in the barndominium world right now. The structure forms three connected wings that open toward a central courtyard, and that courtyard becomes a true extension of your living space. You get a covered patio or open-air gathering area that is naturally enclosed, sheltered from wind on three sides, and completely private from the street. It is the kind of design that makes your home feel dramatically larger than its square footage suggests. When you combine that layout with the open-span steel construction that barndominiums are known for, the result is a home with incredible spatial flow, abundant natural light, and versatility that traditional tract homes simply cannot match. The floor plan overview for a 3,000 square foot living area U-shaped barndominium. The overall building footprint spans roughly 90 feet wide by 60 feet deep, with the two side wings extending forward to form the arms of the U and leaving a spacious 40-foot wide central courtyard between them. This configuration gives the building a total structural footprint of approximately 4,000 square feet of actual ground space under the roof once you account for both wings, the rear connecting section, and the garage. The courtyard itself sits open in the center, framed on three sides by the home, and becomes your most used outdoor space. When we talk about 3,000 square feet here, we are referring strictly to the conditioned living area. The attached two-car garage is bonus structural space on top of that, and we will cover it separately in the room dimensions section. This distinction matters because it affects your cost calculations, your floor plan efficiency, and ultimately whether the numbers make sense when you sit down with your builder or start pulling permits. The floor plan for this size accommodates 4 bedrooms, 3 full bathrooms, and 1 half bath, along with a spacious open-concept great room that combines the living room, dining area, and kitchen. There is also a master suite wing, a laundry and mudroom, a home office or flex room, and the attached two-car garage. The rear connecting wing, which forms the back of the U, houses the great room, kitchen, dining area. This placement means those main living areas open directly onto the courtyard through large sliding glass or French doors, blurring the line between indoor and outdoor, living in the best possible way. The two side wings house the bedrooms, bathrooms, office, and utility spaces. Room dimensions. Getting specific about room dimensions matters because vague descriptions do not help you plan. Here is how a well-designed 3,000 square foot living area U-shaped barndominium lays out its key spaces. The living room sits at approximately 20 feet by 22 feet, giving you 440 square feet of open space. Because barndominiums use clear span steel framing, there are no load-bearing interior walls interrupting this area. Your living room sightline extends through to the kitchen and dining area without a wall breaking it up, which makes the room feel even more generous than its already impressive dimensions. Ceiling heights in the main living zone typically run from 14 to 18 feet, which adds enormous visual volume to the space. The kitchen is designed at around 14 feet by 16 feet, which is 224 square feet. This still gives you ample room for a generous island, full-size appliances, a walk-in pantry, and solid counter space without feeling crowded. The kitchen connects directly to the dining area, which measures about 12 feet by 14 feet, comfortably seating 6 to 8 people and flowing naturally into the great room on one side and toward the courtyard doors on the other. The master bedroom suite occupies one entire wing arm and measures approximately 14 feet by 18 feet for the sleeping area, with a walk-in closet at 8 feet by 11 feet and a 5-fixture ensuite bathroom at 10 feet by 12 feet. Total master suite square footage comes in around 380 to 400 square feet. which is spacious, purposeful, and private from the rest of the home. The secondary bedrooms each measure approximately 12 feet by 13 feet. You get 2 of these in the opposite wing, along with a shared bathroom at 8 feet by 10 feet. A 4th bedroom doubles as a guest room or flex room and sits at 11 feet by 12 feet near the transition to the garage side of the plan. The home office or study measures 10 feet by 12 feet, which is plenty for a full workstation setup and built-in shelving. The laundry and mudroom combination runs about 10 feet by 12 feet as well, large enough to include folding counters, a utility sink, and built-in storage for gear coming in from the garage or outdoors. The half bath sits at a compact 5 feet by 8 feet and is positioned near the main living area for guest use. The attached 2-car garage measures 22 feet by 24 feet, fitting 2 full-size vehicles plus wall storage, and sits outside the 300 square foot conditioned living area. It is structural bonus space that adds tremendous practical value to the home without inflating your conditioned square footage calculation. When you add together the conditioned rooms, hallways, interior walls, and utility connections across a U-shaped layout, the total comes in right at that 3,000 square foot living area mark. The U-shape does require more hallway and circulation space than a simple rectangle, and those transition areas between wings are part of what makes the floor plan feel so livable and connected. The best interior colors for each room color is one of the most powerful tools in any home, and in a barndominium with high ceilings and large open spaces, the wrong colors can make a room feel cold and institutional while the right ones make it feel warm, grounded, and deliberately designed. For the living room, the best choice in 2026 is a warm greyage, which is the blend of gray and beige. A shade like Sherwin-Williams Accessible Beige or Agreeable Gray works exceptionally well in a barndominium living room because it reads as neutral without going cold. It softens the industrial bones of steel framing and concrete or wood-look floors while feeling sophisticated and curated. Pair it with white trim on the windows and door frames, and you have a timeless combination that works with nearly any furniture palette. For the kitchen, a soft off-white or warm white on the upper cabinets and a deep navy or forest green on the lower cabinets is the strongest design move you can make in 2026. This two-tone approach is dominating barndominium kitchen design right now, and for good reason. The contrast adds serious visual interest without requiring any expensive architectural detail. White shaker-style cabinet doors, matte black hardware, and quartz or butcher block countertops complete the look and keep it feeling current for years to come. For the master bedroom, the recommendation is a soft sage green or a dusty blue-gray. These tones create the kind of calm, restful atmosphere that a primary bedroom needs. Sage green in particular works beautifully in a barndominium master because it references the natural surroundings that many of these homes sit within. A shade like Sherwin-Williams Comfort Gray or Whole Wheat in a matte finish, paired with warm white trim and natural wood nightstands, creates a room that genuinely feels like a boutique hotel suite. For the secondary bedrooms, give each room its own identity while keeping the palette cohesive with the rest of the home. One room works beautifully in a warm terracotta or clay tone, which reads as earthy and creative without feeling heavy. Another secondary bedroom lands well in a clean, crisp, warm white with a bold charcoal accent wall behind the headboard. These rooms benefit from lighter base colors that make their 12 by 13 dimensions feel as open as possible. For the home office, a deep, moody color like slate blue, olive green, or a dark charcoal works surprisingly well and with purpose. Darker colors in a smaller, focused workspace create a sense of concentration and enclosure that actually supports productivity. Pair it with warm wood shelving, good task lighting, and a leather or linen chair, and the room becomes a space people genuinely want to work in rather than escape from. For the master ensuite bathroom, keep the palette clean and spa-like with warm whites, soft stone or large format porcelain tiles, and matte black or brushed gold fixtures. The goal is to make this room feel like it belongs in a high-end hotel, which is entirely achievable even at mid-range budget with the right tile selections and fixture finishes. For the secondary shared bathroom, a soft linen or warm gray wall color with white subway tile keeps the space fresh and easy to maintain. The half bath near the main living area is your opportunity to go bolder since it is a small space, and a deep jewel tone like navy or forest green on all 4 walls of a 5x8 powder room creates a memorable impression without overwhelming anyone. The laundry and mudroom benefits from a cheerful, practical color. A bright white or a soft powder blue keeps the space feeling clean and visually organized, and it supports the practical nature of the room without making it feel like an afterthought. The best exterior color combinations. The exterior of a U-shaped barndominium is particularly striking because the three-wing structure gives you multiple visible facade angles from any approach. The courtyard-facing walls, the two wing faces, and the rear elevation all read simultaneously, which means your color choices need to be cohesive and intentional across the entire structure. The strongest exterior combination for this design in 2026 is charcoal gray metal siding with bright white trim and a black standing seam roof. This palette is clean, modern, high contrast, and ages extremely well. The charcoal reads as bold from a distance but remains sophisticated up close, and the white trim on windows, doors, and corner boards keeps the facade crisp rather than heavy. Black gutters and fascia complete the monochromatic layering effect and give the whole building a finished architectural quality. The second strong option is a warm muted green, sometimes called sage or olive, with dark bronze or oil-rubbed bronze trim and a dark gray or weathered wood look accent on the gable faces. This combination works especially well if your land has trees or natural surroundings because the green pulls the building into the landscape rather than competing against it. It is a more organic, grounded look compared to the charcoal option and has been gaining significant traction in barndominium builds going into 2026 as biophilic design continues to influence residential architecture. The third option worth considering is a creamy warm white body with black trim and a terracotta or warm rust metal roof. This combination leans more farmhouse than industrial, softening the metal build aesthetic considerably and giving the U-shape a welcoming, residential quality that appeals to a broad audience. It also photographs extremely well, which matters if you ever plan to list the property. For the courtyard-facing interior walls of the U, regardless of which exterior palette you choose, adding horizontal wood grain accent panels or real cedar trim around the door openings that face the courtyard adds tremendous warmth to what would otherwise be a purely metal surface. It makes the courtyard feel more like a true outdoor living room and less like the backside of a commercial structure. This single design decision is one of the highest impact, most cost-effective upgrades you can make to a U-shaped barndominium, and it is the detail that separates the ones that go viral on Pinterest from the ones that look like a storage facility with windows. The 2026 cost breakdown. Now let us talk numbers, and let us be honest about what you are actually looking at in 2026 for a 3,000 square foot living area U-shaped barndominium with an attached two-car garage. Starting with the building shell, the engine-seared steel kit for a U-shaped configuration at this size will run between $90,000 and $150,000 depending on the manufacturer, the roof pitch, the number of custom openings, and the complexity of the three-wing layout. The U-shape requires significantly more linear feet of exterior wall per square foot than a simple rectangle, which adds material cost compared to what you may have seen quoted for standard barndominium kits. Budget toward the higher end of that range specifically because of the U-shaped configuration. Foundation costs for the full structural footprint of approximately 4,000 square feet come in at roughly $35,000 to $60,000 for a standard concrete slab. The U-shaped foundation requires more formwork and edge preparation than a single rectangle, which is reflected in that number. If your site requires a crawl space or the soil conditions demand additional engineering, that figure can push higher. Site preparation, which includes land clearing, grading, driveway installation, and a land survey, adds another $10,000 to $25,000 depending on your lot conditions. A heavily wooded or sloped site will sit at the top of that range, and in some states utility connection fees can add an additional layer of cost on top of site prep. Interior framing, insulation, drywall, and finishing labor for 3,000 square feet of conditioned living space runs between $80,000 and $130,000. This is the phase where costs vary most dramatically based on your finish level. Basic finishes such as standard cabinets, laminate counters, and builder-grade flooring keep you toward $80,000. Mid-range finishes with quartz countertops, wood-look luxury vinyl plank flooring, and custom cabinetry push you into the $110,000 to $130,000 range. Electrical, plumbing, and HVAC combined will cost between $50,000 and $80,000 for a home of this size. High-efficiency HVAC systems are highly recommended in a steel building because the insulation capacity of a well-built barndominium envelope is superior to most stick-built homes, and a properly sized system will pay back in long-term energy savings. Windows and doors for a U-shaped barndominium, especially with the large courtyard-facing glass openings, will run between $25,000 and $45,000. If you are incorporating large sliding glass doors or folding accordion panels between the living area and the courtyard, budget toward the higher end of that window and door line item, because those large format openings are among the most expensive single components in the build. Permits and engineering drawings average between $3,500 and $8,000, with custom barndominium plans typically costing between $0 and $6,000 depending on whether you are purchasing a stock plan modified to fit the U-shape or commissioning a fully custom design from scratch. Adding all of these figures together, a realistically budgeted 3,000 square foot living area U-shape barndominium in 2026 will cost between $300,000 and $480,000 fully finished, which puts the build at roughly $100 to $160 per square foot of conditioned living space. That is a highly accurate range for a mid-level custom U-shaped build in the current market. If you are in Texas, Oklahoma, or the rural Midwest, you are likely looking at the lower half of that range. Coastal states and the Pacific Northwest push you toward the upper end due to labor rates and material logistics. Owner-builder approaches, where you serve as your own general contractor and hire licensed subcontractors directly, can reduce the total cost by 15 to 25%. On a $400,000 project, that represents a real saving of $60,000 to $100,000, which is not a number to dismiss. The smallest land size for a U-shaped barndominium. Here is the answer you have been waiting for. What is the smallest land size you can realistically build a 3,000 square foot living area U-shaped barndominium on? The honest answer depends on your local zoning code, but here is what the real-world numbers look like. The building footprint of this U-shaped barndominium occupies roughly 4,000 square feet of actual ground space under the roof, accounting for both wings, the rear section, and the attached garage. The open courtyard inside the U consumes additional land area, even though it is not covered structure, adds standard rural setback requirements of 20 to 30 feet from each property line, and you need a minimum buildable envelope of roughly 140 feet by 110 feet to accommodate both the structure and its required setbacks comfortably. When you factor in driveway access, a septic system and drain field if you are not on municipal sewer, a well if applicable, and practical outdoor clearance around the perimeter of the U, the realistic minimum lot size is approximately half an acre, which equals about 780 square feet. That said, most experienced barndominium builders and land consultants will tell you that 1 acre is where you start to feel genuinely comfortable. At half an acre in a rural county with standard setbacks, you can make it work legally, but the courtyard appeal of the U-shape diminishes when the surrounding land feels tight. 1 acre gives you real breathing room. 2 to 3 acres gives you the full spatial experience that makes U-shaped barndominiums worth building in the first place. If you are building in a suburban area with municipal sewer and water access and tighter lot standards, always verify directly with your county planning or zoning department before purchasing land. Some suburban jurisdictions allow barndominiums on smaller parcels with the right zoning classifications, but this is the exception rather than the rule. The most important thing you can do before buying any land for a U-shaped barndominium is confirm that the lot is large enough to accommodate not just the footprint, but the full setback envelope around it. Getting that wrong before you close on land is a very expensive mistake. The 3,000 square foot living area U-shaped barndominium is one of the most compelling home designs available in 2026 for anyone who wants space, privacy, architectural character, and a genuine connection to outdoor living. The floor plan delivers 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, a massive open great room, and a private courtyard that no standard rectangular layout can replicate. The room dimensions are generous and purposeful at every level. The color strategies covered today will elevate both the interior and exterior from ordinary to outstanding, and the cost breakdown gives you an honest, accurate number to start planning around. If you want more breakdowns like this one, with real dimensions, real costs, and guidance based on what actually works in the real world, make sure you are subscribed. Hit the like button if this video helped you. Leave a comment below telling me which exterior color combination spoke to you most, and I will see you in the next one.